Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to day number 9 of our Country Craft Creations 12 Days of Christmas Countdown. I'm joining other designers with Country Craft Creations to create a quick Christmas project for you and share the tutorial on how you can make it too. And today is December the 9th day of our countdown to Christmas. And I am going to show you how to make this snowflake ornament that you could use for package decoration, or you could actually hang it on your tree or give it as a gift. This is really easy to make, though it may look kind of complicated. These have been around for quite a while. Different people make it different ways, so I'm going to show you one way to make these and then how to decorate one up. So I'm going to make another one. This is the first one I made using different papers. So I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm going to be using Photoplay's Here Comes Santa Claus paper. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. Whoops, the wrong way. Okay. And I'm going to pick some. You'll want some kind of Christmas paper like this one. You want two-sided. This one had green with lettering, and then it had a print on the back. It's not so much the print on the back that counts as what you see on the front. So like I am thinking, I have several to choose from. I like this snowflake to be my front with the stockings on the back, so they won't show that much. And then I'm going to do that for one. And I don't think I'll do the cut aparts. I'm going to save those for a different kind of project. This dotted one might work really well. Or this green one here. It's a Solids and Plus from Photoplay. It's not the Here Comes Santa Claus, but it's called the Solids and Plus. I like the green dot on the back with that and the green here. So, to get started, you can make 4 of these ornaments. I'm only going to show you how to do one, but you can make 4 out of one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. So what you're going to do is cut this down into a 6-inch square. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I also have gathered up a lot of supplies, decorative supplies. I have jingle bells. Just go through your stash, or right now is a good time to go to the larger craft stores and maybe buy some ornaments and decorative things. Some flowers, poinsettias, red flowers. I'm going to use red. I have a charm here. I have the flat back pearls. You could use rhinestones. Maybe some snowflake garland, the miniatures, some little plastic snowflakes. I have another tree. I'm going to use this one, the one I'm going to make with you. Then I will make another one with this little snowman ornament that I found, or he was a pick. But he was real cute. Different snowflakes and sizes. The ribbon that you can get from Country Craft Creations. This is the seam binding ribbon. I really love it. These are my jingle bells. Let me lay those aside, push them out of the way. And then I punched out some larger snowflakes in case I need those. So let's get started.
Again, for the base of your snowflake ornament, you're going to need 12 of the 6-inch by 1/2 inch strips. Now here I am cutting it out of a 6 by 6 square. I don't know if it's my trimmer or me, but I could not get 12 out of it. I got 11 good 1/2 inch ones. So I think that you should go ahead and just cut your strip paper to 12 inches by 6 inches and cut your 12 out of that, and then use the extras for another one. So also go ahead and ink the edges before you assemble your snowflakes. Just take your ink, and I'm using the Potion color in the Prima ink, and I'm inking the sides and the ends of each piece. So go ahead and do that.
Okay, so we have the 12 6-inch by 1/2 inch strips, and to make each, you're going to make 2 sections for these snowflakes. So you need 2, I'm going to do 2 of the solid green and 1 of the dots. So you need 2 on the outside that are the same and 1 in the middle that's different. And since these are 6 inches wide, the half point is 3, so I'm going to put 3 at this center one, at the center of the 3 on it. I'm going to use my Score Pal mat as a guide. You're going to lay these others right up against them, the center one, and this one here, like that. You can take 3 more And you're going to take this, hold these down, you're going to take this dotted one and you're going to run it underneath the other dotted center one, and you're going to place this one, center it with the 3, and hold these down. Make sure they're pushed up together as close as you can. Take the other pattern at the top. You're going to put it under the one on the right, over the center one, and under the one on the left, and bring it down to meet and push it all the way to the side of your scoreboard and bring it all the way down to line up with the center one. And some of these will shift on you, so you'll just have to push them back around. That. Now hold these. You're going to take your other matching piece, do the same thing, except on the opposite side here. You're going to put it under the one on the right, over the center one, and under the one on the left. Push it to the center and all the way to the end of your mat. So line them all up. So you have this cross looking set. Now hold these down. Make sure they're staying lined up. Hold them down. Take your glue. You're going to lift up this center one. Put some glue underneath it and attach it to the one that it goes over. You're going to do the same on the opposite side. See where the glue is there? Drop this down over it. Press it down. Make sure everything stays lined up. If you have to adjust it before it dries. Piece right there, we go. Just readjusting a little bit here. Okay, now the one on the right here, we're going to lift up, put glue here, lift the bottom, put glue underneath, and then the other side, we're going to lift this one up, put glue, press down, one more. Okay, once you have all those glued, pick it up gently, turn it over, and you need to put glue underneath the center one here and on the bottom. Okay, so that's our pieces glued together for one set. It'll look like this. You'll do the other one just exactly the same. Okay, so we're ready to make the points of our snowflake base, these points here. So I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pull this one gently out of the way. I don't want to crease it or anything. You're going to take the 2 outer ones. Oops, let me make sure you're in this. So pull this out. Take the 2 outer ones. You're going to turn it, this is on your left, so that you see the dots, or the back side. And the other one as well. Now see how it meets here? You want to put a dot of glue on this back side that you curved up. Curve the other one up. Square it off. And that creates this point. What we're doing is we're working on the back side. So we're going to do, let's do all these inner ones first. So I'm going to pull this center back, turn the one on the left so that I can see the back side of it. apply my glue, grab the right one and turn it, and then attach the solid color or the front color to the front. Square those off and hold. You have to hold them for a few minutes to let that glue grab. If you're using art glitter glue, it dries pretty fast. For your top pieces, you can either glue this to the front like that, or you can feed it in and glue it to the back, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to feed them under on this one like that, so they're all fed under. And then I'm going to put glue on the top, right in the center here, and you're just going to fit this in so it kind of curves out. Now you will have a little bit sticking out, and that's okay. You're going to trim those off. So just let it kind of center it right there like that. Hold it a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this one. Bring it, kind of curve in to my points. So you just have a little bit sticking over here and here. So it's just curved in there. This one. Curve it in and glue. There we go. And glue this one in. And then we'll do the back ones the same way. Okay, once they're all glued, take your scissors and you're going to just trim this off. These pieces that are sticking out with the points. You want to make the points, you want it all pointed. That's what I'm trying to say. So this you just trim. I'm using the snowflake or the point sections as a guide. Okay, so there it is. There's the base. Now then, where you trim the ends, if you want to, grab your ink and just re-ink those points. And then if you don't have them cut quite right, like I did, they have a little bit sticking out there. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like before you start adding all your decorations and trims. So we'll get started on that next. So I've gathered up all my pretties that I want to put onto my ornament here. And I've got my little hot glue gun plugged in, so it's heating up. And then I have the seam binding ribbon. So I decided on this one that I want it to be a little more crinkly. You can leave yours smooth like this one if you want. But I took my water bottle, my spritzer, I keep water in a mister, and I just misted it, and you just crumple it up in your hand and wad it up, and then take your heat gun, and I just dry it. It only takes about a minute to completely dry it, and that's how you crinkle up and vintage your ribbon for projects like that. And so I'm going to go ahead, while my glue gun is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and tie a bow for this. So I like to make several loops. I leave, about that much hanging down. And I'm just going to wrap it over my top finger, under, over the bottom one, under the top one. Wrap it down, under the bottom finger, bring it up, under, let me see, okay, over, under, it's easier, under, and over. So it's under and over as many times as you feel like you need to. Now when you get to this part here and you're ready to tie it off, just cut off a length, poke this tail down between your fingers, at the V of your fingers, reach under, so you have this where it's wrapped over, bring the tail up, push the tail under, and pull. Pull as tight as you can. If you need to tie another knot, go ahead and take the other tail and tie a knot. And then go ahead and slide it off your fingers. And then go ahead and retighten that one where you were tying it. Now, then fluff out your loops, just like that. And you can crunch it up. So I've got that ready to go in. And then I'm going to make a piece for the tie. So I'm going to cut off about this much. What is that, about 10 inches. Fold it in half, grab the two tails, make them even, and let's just tie a knot with both tails. Bring it through and tie a knot real tight, and this is what's going to poke in through the snowflake part. So set this aside in case I need some more. Take your crop-a-doll or a hole puncher. I'm using the large one. Decide which one you want to be the top, and try to center it the best that you can. You have to flatten that down just a little bit right here towards the tip. I'm always off just a little bit. It won't hurt though. So from the back side, take your loop and bring it through till the knot stops right there. And if it feels like it's going to go through, go ahead and maybe knot it one more time. I'm going to do another knot. Felt like it was going to come through. Have a big knot and it not come through, especially if you're going to hang this on the tree. So again, where the top is folded, just pinch it and stick it through that hole from the back side, and that knot will catch and hold it right there. Just like that. And that's the way it is on this one as well. Now, if you want to put a little dab of glue to secure that, well, you certainly can do that. I'm going to use the art glitter glue for that. Just right around there where the knot's going to pull through and attach. Okay, so we secured that. And if you need to trim the ends of it off, go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just like to do that before I do all the decorating. I just think it's easier for me. Now then, I'm going to put, like I did on this first one I made, I'm going to put these flat back pearls. So I need need 8 of those. So make sure you have all the same size. So this medium size is what I'm going to use. I'm going to put dot. I'm going to do 3 at a time, just below the points. And grab these with my scissors. You could use tweezers. It just really adds something, I think, to the overall look of your trim, your snowflake. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So I think my little glue gun is hot enough. So now here I have the one that I punched out. I'm going to use it because I'm going to use this tree, and I like the off color. This is the Authentique Spectrum dot stripe that you can get from Country Craft Creations. And I'm going to build up some foam dots, but I'm going to also use glue with them because I want to make sure that it really sticks good. Peel the backing off. Make sure you do peel that paper backing off. And I'm just going to stack this here in the center. I think I'm going to use 3 on this one. And then glue. And we take our snowflake. I'm just going to press it right down in there and hold. So you're going to have to hold for a few minutes to give it a chance to really stick. Okay, I normally like to use my art glitter glue, but sometimes with some of these plastic and glittery things, you kind of need to use your hot glue gun. So if you have an ornament that this is a plastic snowflake ornament, so I'm just going to cut this circle where it ties off. And I'm going to put it down, or I'll cut it off down here towards the bottom. Now, this is not going to fit flat in the center. So these points is where I'm going to put my glue. And me and hot glue guns, sometimes we don't like each other. Go. Doesn't always want to come out. Oops. Or too much. I've been known to burn myself. So we gotta hurry up and get that down. Where's that cut one? I guess right there. Yeah, okay. And then we also have the strings, but get that down. Secure that in there. And then this little tree, this is a Tim Holtz tree. This is my last one. I need to get some more. I'm going to cut the base off. Don't need that. And I'm going to kind of flatten it on one side. Let's see, I want this to the right. Right in here. Put this at the top, so I'm lining it up to make sure I've got it correct. And I'm going to put some hot glue on the tree. Quite a bit of it so it can snag it. And just push that down and hold it. Okay. So next, let's add a flower. I'm going to use this red one with the pretty gold center. And I'm going to glue it into there. Again with the hot glue gun because I'm gluing it onto plastic, so I want to make sure that it sticks. Like that. And then I want this bow here in the top. And I don't want it flat bow. I'm going to fold it up like this, where the knot is, right here. Excuse me. And I'm going to put the glue on the back of that knot. And then just stick it down in there. As far in as I can. And I'm going to let that dry before I do anything with the loops. So with it being crinkled like this, it's not going to stick up as much as the one on the other, but that's okay. Okay, so next we're going to glue, and this is another ornament, so it has the little ornament hanger thing there. I'm going to cut off. And I'm going to glue this one here at the bottom. It's a little different than the one I used on the other ornament. But I like the silver. And it's okay to mix silver with the gold. I just think it adds contrast to it. There. And I have the same flat back rhinestone from my stash. And I'm going to put some glue, hot glue right here in the middle of this glittery snowflake. And I'm going to carefully add this flat back right there on top. Press it down. Oh, it's coming along. What do y'all think? Okay. So let's fluff these up a little bit, maybe. And trim some of this off to make it shorter right there, those tails. Okay, now we got some other things to add. I like this brassy looking one. I'm going to put it out here. Whoops. On this petal of the green. So I'm just carefully putting some glue on here. If I can, I don't want to get burnt. Maybe I should find my tweezers. Tweezers. Okay. And it's going to go right here on this one. Turn it so it shows the red. Like that. And then we need some on the tree. So I have these charms. They are charms, so they do have these little charm holder, the ring. I'm just going to cut those off. I love these tools. I think I got it at Harbor Freight. It's some kind of wire cutter or something. Works great, cuts metal. Now, so I'm going to put one here at the top. Again, grab my tweezers, grab the end. Add some hot glue on the center. And I'm going to glue it right here on the tree. Just like that. And then this other one too. So once you get all your supplies and your decorative stuff together, it's really quick to make these and a lot of fun. If you like decorating. So there's that, like that. And if you want to add the twine, you can. So let me grab some twine. This is the natural twine. Just going to roll some off. I'm going to make 2 bows, same way, just over the 2 fingers at the top, under, and then just weave it in and out as much as you want. And then cut off a good amount so that you can easily stick it between the V of your finger. Grab it at the bottom where you have that loop there, just pull it underneath. Oops. And pull. So I'm going to make 2 of these little bows.
I made this second button twine bow off camera, so I have 2 here. And I'm just going to trim off the tails, and I'm going to glue these in the same way I did the red bow. So you just fold these up so that you see the back side of the knot. Add your glue, and then just stick it down in where you want it to go. You just want the loops to be sticking out. And then let it dry. I'm going to take something and just poke it down in a little bit further, and then let that hot glue dry before I pull out the loops. Okay, the second one's going to go down here on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one on too. And I glue it on the same way. I just put glue on the back of the knot where I've pulled them up, and then I will stick it in at the bottom. Now I'm going to make a set of bells, 3 jingle bells, to tie in with this pin that I have, this charm, the piece that I have. I bought this already put together. I added a Tim Holtz charm holder pin, and at first I pin it onto a bow on the bottom, but then I decided that I would rather just glue it in so that it doesn't turn around. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bow out of the red and glue that onto the bottom, and then I will add the charm at the bottom. I'm going to tie a jingle bell, 3 of them, one on each piece of separate piece of the button twine, and then I will tie them all together and glue those into the bottom of the snowflake as well. Here I'm tying a string of the button string to each jingle bell. I'm going to use 3, 1 gold and 2 red, and I'm just securing this with by tying 2 knots and then securing it with some art glitter glues to make sure the knots do not come untied. And I will trim the excess twine off the end, and then I will go ahead and loop all 3 of these together and alternate the lengths so that the bells are not all the same length, and then go ahead and glue those into the snowflake piece along with the charm. Okay, once you have the charm piece glued down into the bottom, this snowflake is completed. I'm just adding glue up in there with that bow and gluing the top part of the pin in at the top. So this one is finished, and next I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make the snowflake paper base in a different method, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, so I wanted to show you when I'm working on my third one that I want to show you a different way to make your base, which makes it a flatter base that might be a little easier for you. So you weave them the same way and glue down the centers the exact same way as we did before, except this time we're going to take these two outer in the V, take these two that match, and you're going to roll this one on the left, put the glue on the back side. It's just exactly the same, except we're doing it in a different position. We're doing two different ones. So line those up and pinch it to hold it, whoops, just to hold your point. So once you line these up, you'll see you have a point right there. So you're going to do the same here, the two that match that are in a V. Roll this left one, put the glue on there. The one on the right, roll it and attach. So opposite sides go together of the pattern. Take these two again, roll the left one, roll the right one in, and attach into a point. Pinch those together so they can dry. Make sure they're lined up, square. And the last one, same way. Take the left one, roll it, and put your glue on the back, roll it, and attach the other pattern, the back of it, to that point. Square it up to make the point. Pinch it together. So this is what it looks like now. Whoops. Just make sure it's stuck together. Okay. So you're going to lay this aside for now. And I'm going to do the other one the exact same way. So now that we have these points made, we're going to glue these together. I'm going to line them up so that opposing point, a point goes over where the top, the flat is, the single strip. So I'm just going to add glue here, and we're going to line this up so that this point goes into that strip and each one falls into place, just like this. So each point should now have a strip to it. Okay. Now you can do this any way you want to, the way you want to attach them. You're just going to glue these in. You can take these top ones and stick them all under. So like right here, stick that in. This one here, stick it in. This one here, stick it in. So now they're all underneath, pretty much. So now you're going to take your glue and you're going to apply glue to the back of the point, and you're just going to let this piece here drop down onto your strip and glue it down. Glue on the point and drop it down onto the strip underneath. You're going to see that you still have the points sticking up, and those you're going to cut off, just like we did before. Glue and glue. You can push it a little bit if you want to have a little bend in there, or not, whichever you want to do. You're just finishing this off by gluing these strips, single strips, to each point. Now once those are attached down, then you're going to trim. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to trim each one. You're going to just clip off any excess that is sticking up from your single strip that you glued down. Just kind of clean all those points up. Oops, this one did not stick, so I'll re-glue it. I need to hold it just a little bit longer. Go ahead and get this one cleaned up. Last one. Okay, so this is the base of my next one. I'm going to go ahead and decorate it up. I'm going to use my snowman, and I'll show you the finished look of it once it's finished. Okay, here's the second one I made, where I showed you how to do the flatter snowflakes. This is what it looks like on the back. There's a little snowman. I decided not to hang any ribbons or bows on this one to show you what you can do with just your element, a sticker from the collection, and the paper from the paper collection that I used. I added one sparkly large snowflake in the center, and rhinestones on the points, and a poinsettia flower. So I also added these little clear plastic snowflakes to the snowman and this little banner. So I really like how it turned out. It turned out really cute. So let me get the other two so you can see how different you can make them. There's the first one that I made off camera. And then this is the one that I made where it has the more rounded, more dimensional base. And then this one, the last one that I made. Let me bring these all in together so you can kind of see them. Whoops. There we go. There's the snowflakes. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to try to add in a little bonus project that you might want to also create if you need to give a cash gift, a money gift. Sometimes people feel funny giving money gifts, but if you package it a right certain way in a money holder, I think you'll be happier with it, a really cute money holder. So we're going to go ahead and start that in the next segment of this video. Stay tuned.
In this segment of the video, I'm going to show you a quick way to make a cash money holder. You need to take cardstock and cut it 7 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. I'm using the red, Barn Red Artisan cardstock. So I'm just measuring to make sure I have the correct size of cardstock. Again, that's 7 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. Then take your scoreboard and you're going to put the 8 1/4 inch in at the top. I've already scored mine, so I'm going to turn this so that you can see how I scored it. Let me switch. I've got the wrong side here. Hang on a second. Okay, so you want to put the 8 1/4 inch at the top. You're going to score at 2 1/4 inches and at 5 1/4 inches, so that when you fold this up, go ahead and fold and burnish. Then you will have a folder that will fit cash money. Next, we're going to take the trimmer though, and we're going to cut the 2 1/4 inch section at an angle so that you can actually see the cash in your holder. So you're going to line up your bottom point in the cut groove. So I'm just lining it up, and then the fold line on the opposite side in the cut groove, and you're just going to make an angle cut real quick. Save your other piece that you cut off so you can use it for a pattern, and then this will make a cut so that you can just slide the money in and can be seen, but it will hold it in place in the holder. So now we need to add our pattern paper.
Okay, for your pattern papers, you're going to need 3. I'm using 2 in one pattern and 1 in the other. 3 that are 2 3/4 tall by 6 3/4 wide. And you need 1 that is 2 inches tall by 6 3/4 wide, and 1 that is 3/4 of an inch tall by 6 3/4 wide. These are going to be pieced together so that you have 4 pieces to cover the money holder. And then for the angled piece, you need 1 that you cut 2 inches by 6 3/4 wide. And I took this scrap to show you where you're going to be cutting. So you want to cut from your point here to this point. So I'm just going to line these up and trim that off. And hopefully that will fit right where we need it. Right there. And if we need to trim some more off, we will. I'm going to trim off just a little bit more from this point here to there, hopefully. Let's see if I sliced enough off, because I want a little bit of the red border around. And I think that works a lot better. So like that. So set that aside, and now we're ready to start assembling this. Put the pattern papers on, and then decorate. Okay, so first of all, I want a stripe at the top and a dotted in the center. So I'm just get my glue, using the Art Glitter glue, and just quickly apply this on the back side. So you can make this real quick if you need to. Just go ahead and line this up evenly, and I'm going to burnish it down real quick. We'll put this one in here in the center. There's so many cute Christmas pattern papers that you can get. If you haven't already got some in your stash, you can order some of these from Country Craft Creations. I am using Photo Plays. Here comes Santa Claus. So make sure that I've lined this up fairly even. Like that. Now once I have this one down, I'm going to go ahead and glue this money holder to one side together. That right there. Right here on the inside, you just put a line of glue. This is to hold it in, the money in. There, like that. Then I'm going to take this little piece here that I cut, and I'm going to glue it over that. So the snowflake project ornament is a little more detailed, and this is a little more simple, but both are fun, and both would make the ornament make a great gift or package decoration, like instead of a bow. And this would be is great for when you need something to give money to someone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pattern the back side with this full piece of stripe. And you can make a money holder for any occasion that you need. And it took one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock that I cut down to the size, and one sheet of pattern paper, but I actually used 2 because I wanted 2 contrasting ones, and one of these had cut aparts on the back. So this will be the front here, and I'm going to piece this together. So I'm going to put the dot on the bottom. this right here on the bottom, kind of equal amounts on each side border. And this is where I'm going to double check. I cut it 3/4 of an inch. I want to make sure that if I need to trim it down some, and I think I will, unless you like it together like that. Let's see here, kind of overlap a little bit. And then I'll probably put something like a piece of trim there on the center. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue down. Make sure it's lined up. Okay. Here it is. It's real quick to make, and if you see, the money sticks in there. Of course, I would be given more than $1 probably. It just depends on the age of if you're giving it to a child or an adult. So you would just stick the cash in there just like that. And let's go ahead and decorate this up. So I've grabbed the sticker sheet and I pull this border off. This is some numbers. And I'm just going to attach this. So I'm going to add a little glue right along the seam line, because sometimes stickers don't stay stuck really well. So you want to add some glue right there. Doesn't have to take a whole lot. And I'm just going to, let's see here, these numbers here. This stops at 13 over here, which that's okay. I'm going to be putting something probably on that side anyway, so they don't get the whole 13. Cut that off right there. And then we're going to get some other stickers. On the inside, I really like these stockings, so I'm just going to peel this off right here. Grab these little stockings, and I'm going to just put some glue on each one, like a line of glue, so they won't be peeling up. These are really cute, so I'm going to center these kind of here. Bring this down a little bit. So that's really cute right there. And I like this 'tis the season to be jolly. I'm going to put that down here at the bottom. Okay, nothing in here. So I'm going to go back to this part right here. And let's see, I like so many fun stickers to choose from. I think I want Santa. Let me put this Santa tag here. I think here I want to kind of cover up the 13 right there. Move that up a little bit. Okay, right there, glued it down, and I left it open here because I'm going to grab some twine button thread. So I've got some red that I'm going to tie on there. Lift this up, bring it through from the back, open that loop, and just stick these through. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and tie another knot in it just to make it stay. Okay, and then we'll just cut this off. Now if you want to do a bow there, a bow might be cute. Let's see here. Peel these up because they look a little crooked. There we go, that's better. I'm just going to tie a single twine bow here. That's going to go right there. I'm going to use the glue. Just press that down. I'm going to let that dry just a bit, and then I like to tie knots in the bottom. So let me grab a clip to hold this. Till it dries. Okay. And then let's put, seems like I need something else right in here. Like holiday cheer, is that too big? Or Merry Christmas? Holiday cheer. Okay. As that dries, I'm going to tie a knot. I like to tie a knot in the ends of the tails of my button twine. Keeps it from unraveling all the way up. So I just tie a knot and then clip that off. Tie another little knot. Clip that one off. And this one that I tied on at the top, I'm just going to snip it off. Okay, then I'm going to add something right here in the center. A snowflake. So I'm going to put some glue on it. It's kind of bigger than what I wanted, but I think it'll work. Right there, and hold it down. Okay, that's it. That's our quick and easy little money holder. You don't have to put any kind of closure on it. You don't have to put any in an envelope if you don't want to. Just hand it as a gift like this, and so there it is. It will hold the money. So I want to thank you so very much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas. Remember, you can shop for your supplies from Country Craft Creations at www.countrycraftcreations.com. If you order between December the 1st and December the 12th during our countdown to Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas, you'll receive a yellow ticket with your order. And you need to hang on to that because I think there's going to be a drawing on the 13th. For a very nice prize from Country Craft Creations. Check out the Facebook group if you're not a member. Check out Facebook, the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. Search for that on Facebook. You do have to answer some questions to become a member. It's a closed group, but we share lots of tutorials and answer questions, just have a lot of great fun in that group, and that's probably where you're going to see the announcement for the winner. So if you're shopping for any crafting supplies, consider countrycraftcreations.com. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks. Bye-bye.